So this is going to be a talk through tutorial on how I achieved these medium-sized box braids on my preteen. I didn't want them too big and bulky because I wanted them to be easy for her to manage, but I also didn't want them to be so small that come takedown time, I'm scratching my head and crying. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, stay tuned. Just using this, I got it from Sally's. I kind of got it short notice because I just couldn't take it no more. I already have to get up at 5:15 so I can be available for my students within a reasonable amount of time. So I'm already getting up at 5:15 a.m. I can't at this point to do her hair and still be up on and still be to work on time. I probably have to get up at like 4:30, and I'm just not gonna do it. It's summertime anyway, or about to be springtime, so I'm just gonna keep her braided up and we're gonna go from there. So that's the oven. So baby's, like I said, baby's asleep, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this little bit that I got left. Like I said, don't come from my she cave. I'm gonna get all that, but I'm just braid up this little bit I got left, which is essentially like 2.5 rows, because what I did was separated them into ponytails, and then I braid over. Ooh, there we go. I separate them into ponytails, and then I braid the ponytail, but y'all will see all that. So here's where I'm just showing you my ponytail method. I actually got this from YouTube, but it cuts your braiding time down a lot, especially if you do the ponytail separation part, like maybe a day ahead or whatever. And I just take and I put some edge control around the base of the ponytail. This is the Tayzwayyt edge control. I think it's spelled T-G-I-N. I got it from Sally's, but of course you can use whatever you want. I feel like it's really good at making the hair lay flat and look neat, but it also has a great moisturizer in it. So I really like this one, for at least for her hair. So I'm just getting the other hair out the way, of course, because I don't want to get it caught up in my ponytail. And then I just take and I put it around the base of the ponytail. Now, it might look tight, but you see I have slack in this ponytail because I don't want her to get tension alopecia. And I also know that when I actually apply the hair, I'm going to pull on it just a little bit more. So I leave about 1/4 of an inch of slack, and then I just take a black rubber band and wrap it around there old school. Y'all remember them ponytails when you go to school looking like you got spider legs all over your head? Or am I the only one? But I just do a bunch of those. I want to say I have at least 30 in her head, maybe. Only took me about 1.5 packs of the hair, so I can do her hair like 2 or 3 more times, so that's always good. Another thing to save time is pre-sectioning off your hair. So you can already see some back on the chair already, but I'm just doing the rest so that I don't have to keep stopping and sectioning hair and then trying to braid it. So I try to, a pack at a time, pre-section it off. And I know my hands are moving kind of fast, but don't worry, I'm going to give you 3 close-up videos on how I do my method. I just do I take a piece, split it in half, put one piece over the other in like a cross method, and then you see me pulling separate strands at the bottom. That way my ends won't be so blunt. It makes it less likely that it'll unravel, especially if you want to dip your ends versus burn them. So here the method is up close. You see I have about 1/4 of an inch wide hair. It's up to you on how big you want your braids, but I split it in half, and I take one piece in one hand, the other piece in the other hand, and I literally just cross one over the other and bring the ends of the same pieces together, and it creates a loop method. Don't worry if you didn't get it this time. I'm going to literally show you 2 more times, and one's a little slower motion so you can see. Split that one piece in half, lay one piece flat in your hand, overlap it in the opposite direction with the other piece to form, you can make it an X, you can make it a T, whatever you want to call it. And then you take the same piece and bring the ends together so you can interlock it in a loop method. Real easy, like seriously. You see? And you want to pull it real tight. Not on her hair, of course, but you pull it tight, and that's how you keep that together. One more time, just in case you didn't get it.
Stuck in the day when everything was open wide. I right, yeah. Oh, we should be hiding out wherever we may find love that's flowing on, and I'll be dancing in your lights so right.
Now I'm going to continue to do this, as I stated before, until I have sectioned off the entire pack of hair. So again, there's the edge control that I use. I just place that around the base to keep it neat, and it moisturizes it. I really like this one. And then you'll see me detangling the hair, going from the bottom up. And now I'm just going to take my looped hair and pull it tight so that it doesn't slip. And I literally take it and I put it over the ponytail, and then I hold the ponytail up and cross one piece over the other, kind of like an X underneath, to help lock it in place. And from there, I literally just braid the ponytail into the two pieces. See, I'm just overlapping pieces, just interlocking, real easy. See, braiding, just 1, 2, and I just keep alternating hands as to which piece, moving it between my fingers. When it comes to braiding, it's a matter of preference. Sometimes I braid overhand, sometimes I braid underhand, just whatever I'm in the mood to do. So I'm trying to keep it neat and tight. So I'm pulling the hair, it doesn't hurt her, because trust me, I asked her plenty of times, but I'm pulling it tight to keep it neat. She's actually watching Supergirl while I do her hair. That's how unbothered she is. And mind you, normally she's acting like she's super tender-headed, but she said it doesn't hurt at all, because remember, I put that slack in that ponytail. So with me putting that slack in the ponytail, it gives me a little more wiggle room as far as making the braid not tight, but tighter than the ponytail, of course, without giving her, tension alopecia. So she's not gonna get those red irritation bumps or anything like that. It's like the perfect tightness, if that makes sense. She's a preteen, so I don't want her braids too big to where it's bulky or heavy, nor do I want them so small that it's gonna take me 10 hours to take them down. So to me, this was the perfect size. One thing I plan to work on is sectioning off my hair so that her braids could be evenly sized throughout her head, but I still think they look pretty cute. So this is just a close-up, slower version of me actually putting the interlock hair over the ponytail, and then I flip the ponytail hair out of the way, and I cross one side over the other, helping to kind of lock the hair in place. And then from there, I'll simply just start interlocking the pieces, basically braiding the ponytail into the extra hair, or synthetic hair, however you want to describe it. So I was trying to show you with me learning myself and trying to keep my hands out of the camera's way, but that's what I'm doing. So you see, I move the braid, I literally just cross one piece over the other, and then I bring the ponytail back down in the middle, and I just start interlocking the three pieces, braiding one into the other. Now, once I get to the end of her natural hair, I just try to take half of one side and half of the other side to recreate that third piece as far as maintaining the right bulk for the braid. Some people like to do feed in, where when the person hair ends, then they just feed in more hair. But listen, I'm back to the basics. I'm just doing some regular old box braids. But I think they came out really cute. So I'm about to go old school on y'all and burn them ends like our mama used to do us back in the day. I got this lighter from like the Dollar Tree, and I just burn it off where I want the braid to end. You see me, I like to run it back and forth so that it creates like a tapered kind of end versus just having a blunt burn. And then I take it and twist it between my fingers. And that's how I kind of melt it together. It doesn't burn me at all. I think I took off like 6 to 7 inches of hair because she's not grown. And here I'm just showing you another close-up of me braiding her hair, as I will do throughout the rest of the video. And voila, here's the back view again. I put some little jewels on it, trying to make her feel cute. You know, she put it in her own little high ponytail just to show me she can manage it. And I'm just showing you guys, look, I'm going through her hair. Again, her scalp is a normal color. It's not pink or irritated or anything like that. And I showed you it in reverse and slow-mo, just in case you didn't get a good look the first time. And there is it with all the braids down. And I think she looks adorable. And there's the half pony, the half up, half down ponytail from the front.